Yep, I need to do one thing, and it's really important. I didn't want anyone to miss out, so this will be a separate video on the VOD. Hope you enjoy. As you guys return to Odinstead, it's been about a day since. You guys are still reeling. And Eloquent and Tartarus, you both decide to go and see Eloquent's father, Sorsden.
I go with them out of curiosity.
Do they stop you?
Uh, I mean, you can go as far as the church will allow.
They will allow.
Because, well, probably won't be allowed until, like, the actual clergy quarters, though.
Yep. So, not if you say it's up to you. Since you're a member, you can allow her in if you choose.
No,
to.
not right now.
All right, then you are stopped outside. So, in case only know. As you walk through the city, you go through the temple, and inside, reading a passage, Tartarus is your old friend from 10,000 years ago, Sorsden. He isn't looking at you guys yet. Eloquent, do you guys say anything?
How old does he look?
I slam my hands on the table.
Yep. All right. So,
Dad, you have a lot to tell me.
all right. So first off, Deacon, he looks the same age as when you saw him last.
Okay.
Second, he looks up to you. Eloquent. I don't. He looks at Tartarus.
Well, I see you haven't aged a day either.
How is this possible?
Come on, what are the gods?
I suppose, but the rest. I thought I was the only one. We need to talk. He moves you two to his private chambers. How have you been these last 10,000 years?
Oh, slumbering away.
Do you still have it? The gym, do you still have it?
Is there something to smash his head against?
Yeah, there's no walls. There's a
The table.
You just
The wall.
No, you just smack. I see. Mine is still safe. It's the gem of necromancy is secure within the temple grounds. Eloquent, I know you have a lot of questions for me.
I have more than a lot.
He just sits down on his bed. Ask.
He like takes a deep breath to like try to prevent himself from just screaming them all out at once.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, how are you alive?
When the battle ended and Tartarus was sealed away, I was given the gem by necromancy from Kor. He banned me from death. His words were cryptic, but in these 10,000 years I have not forgotten them. He told me that one day I would pass my position on to another, and I would know him when I saw him. He has kept me alive and unaging these past 10,000 years.
What is all this stuff about champion stuff? I know you told me the story, but it's still confusing.
Then it's time I told you the full story. 10,000 years ago, Argeth had a son named Korgoth. It was a time of great prosperity and technological advancement.
Bastard.
He was bored of these peace times, so he, using the Bay Lord as his general and several other demonic lords as his advisors to him, he launched an attack which resulted in the extinction of the lizard folk, save one, and he looks at Tartarus.
Yes, that's what happens when you give a child godly power.
All too true. For years, they ravaged the land, setting us back God knows how many years. And Tartarus and myself, along with 13 other champions, formed the Holy Order of the Divine, the only real resistance against the demons. It was a long struggle, but eventually Tartarus here dealt the final blow on the Baelor, sealing it back to the Nine Hills, and they were repelled. The other champions save the ancient gold dragon all but dead. Meanwhile, Tartarus was sealed away by the Arcane, a name that you should not know. And I was also
I
spared.
know him.
That should not be possible.
He spoke.
We
to
all
me.
know. The rest of their group, too.
Tartarus Arcane died nearly 20 years ago.
No. If we continue to know his name, you do realize that gods do not die so easily.
From what you've told me, I guess he's in a state of limbo. But, effectively, he is much weaker, dying if not dead. And when we are gone, he will probably fade from this world.
Exactly. As long as one knows, there is no death. But
I
then,
have-
who
I have
was
a
this
question
man?
for both of you.
Tartarus looks
And
at
like, as he says this, and he says, "Do you recognize this face?" And then he shifts into the tiefling-looking man.
Kurgoth,
Yes.
how do you know this form? That is Kurgoth.
He kind of came into my dreams.
Did you give him anything? Did you accept any deal he
No,
gave you?
no, I didn't.
That is good.
I'm not that.
But this is
this your
troubling.
kid has better smarts than the Kanku's brother?
I'll ask about that later. But for now, if he's back, that does not bode well.
Well, he's from what I can gather, he's more than back. He's influencing.
Who?
I don't think you're gonna like this.
Who? Eloquin. Who?
Arkham.
He just like punches wall. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! This
The
is bad.
same human that made
You've been-
everyone supposedly forget Arcane.
What? How?
I don't know.
This is bad. Tartarus, you've been gone for a lot of years. This man Arcane is worse than the Baelor ever was.
We've already ran into one of his minions, and that's how I lost. That's how I lost it.
This is bad. This is very bad. As he's like pacing, Eloquin, I want you to make me an insight check on him.
All right. Luckily, I'm still in here.
Woo!
This will determine. This will.
Is there literally
I
no
hope
way
I
for me to,
roll
like,
high.
Sneak around
Roll a
to
stealth check.
eavesdrop
I rolled a net.
All right, roll self check, Kaysona, just to see.
just to see,
Yep.
because I.
Yeah, you'd have to be sneaking past clergy guards. So.
Yeah.
I'll roll my.
I could
notch.
always roll silence. I could always cast
Okay,
silence to
well,
try, but
But that doesn't count for seeing.
You beat him somehow. Somehow you beat him.
oh my god.
Alright.
You're listening in on this conversation. They don't know you're there.
That's good.
As you look at your father's face, it goes from anger to reluctance to a firm acceptance. Eloquin, remember how I
Yes.
said that Kor told me I would know when my time came?
Yes.
When you were born, when you were brought to my doorstep, I felt Kor's presence. And he picks up his scythe. This is a relic from Kor. It's what I use to fight the demons. But I was supposed to pass this on to you. But when I saw your face, the young innocence to you, I didn't know what to burden you with this. But it-
It's already long gone.
Unfortunately, you're right. With the news you have given me, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do this with us on these terms. But I have no choice. And he presents you the scythe.
At first, he kind of just sits there, not knowing what to do.
Take it.
It seems so foreign to him, but
Yeah.
eventually he does take it.
It's
To
a-
Tartarus, he is saying this as a passing of the guard.
That's exactly what this is, and as he does so, he falls to the ground. When my time, my time has come, and he's slowly beginning to age in front of you guys.
Shit.
What do you do, Eloquin?
I hold him.
I'm sorry that I had to end it this way, and I'm sorry that I did not tell you sooner. All I wanted was the best for you. I did not want you to experience the horrors that we endured. I don't know if you can forgive me, son, but know that I am proud of you. And that I know you'll do Kor's name proud, and he begins to wrinkle up. His skin dissolves into the skeleton, and the skeleton turns
Before
to
he
ash.
dies, the last thing Eloquin says is, "I love you, Dad."
You don't know if he heard it. You don't know. And he fades, his clothes all turn to dust that fly out, that land on the ground. You are now in possession of the Scythe of Kor. You are immune to necrotic damage, and once per month, you can cast Resurrection on any creature you choose. The Scythe is a +3 weapon.
Oh, Karabuni!
It's
That is one strong weapon, my guy.
Oh, dang.
For the right reasons.
Yeah. It's a Scythe of Death, people.
Yeah.
And that's only the effects I'm telling you. There's still other effects that you haven't discovered
Yeah.
yet.
It's got hidden ones that he's gonna have to learn over time.
Yep.
Jesus.
I mean, well, for one, we know the fact that it can literally prolongs one's life.
Yep. And the dust just remains on the ground. Do either of you interact with the dust?
Yeah, I would put it in a jar.
You put it in a ceremonial jar of Kor, and you place it on the altar. It was always an empty altar because he was the first, and this altar was meant to hold those who were the head priest of this clergy. A reminder that death is not the end. That
Damn, I just realized this means I'm technically the head of the clergy now, doesn't it?
No. And the other clergy members see this, and they lower their heads. They do not show much visible sadness. For in Kor, death is just another beginning, not an end. Do you want to do anything before you leave the clergy?
No.
Tartarus?
He doesn't know much about the religion of Kor himself, so he's not going to do anything in the church that would
Mm-hmm. Fair
make him
enough.
look bad.
As you guys walk on, Kaysona, you were witness to everything that just transpired. They do not see you.
I do want to say this. The moment he gets outside the church, he just breaks down crying.
Yep, Eloquin, the tears roll down your eyes. It's an intense sadness.
I'm gonna sneak my way back out after all this transpires and pretend I didn't hear anything.
Okay,
Tartarus just places a hand on his shoulder.
Tartarus?
Officers.
I'm gonna pretend to be just walking around.
Yep, Tartarus.
Mhm.
You remember Sorsden in his prime. He was a champion of death, yet out of all your companions, he was the one who cherished life the most. Time to time, he would save those and give help to those who needed it, both on a physical and mental level. He would always take the time to talk to even the most pathetic looking person. In truth, he would never sully it either. He would take the time that was needed to help those he could. He valued life above all else. He was among the best men. He was among the best of men you had ever known. You could say that for all your companions, though. And as you comfort the crying Eloquin, this is where we're going to end this little encounter.